Hey USHL fans, Josh Starr here and welcome back to the U Show. It's time for the Clark Cup playoffs as we had an exciting last weekend in the regular season with some of the seeding coming down all the way to game 62, especially in the Eastern Conference with all 6 seeds not being fully determined, the order of them, until the final night. In the West, the last 2 seeds coming down to the wire as well. We'll talk about that and more on this week's U Show, and we'll start it off with the USHL Players of the Week for the final week of the regular season. The USHL Forward of the Week is Blake Zielinski from the Des Moines Buccaneers. With 3 goals and 5 points over 2 games to finish the season, he ended the campaign on a 3-game scoring streak. Overall in 41 games, 13 goals and 32 points. The USHL Defenseman of the Week is Luke Osborne from the Youngstown Phantoms. A goal and 3 assists over 2 games against the U17s, helping Youngstown to the top seed in the Eastern Conference. On the season, he was the 4th highest scoring defenseman in the league with 41 points. The USHL Goaltender of the Week is Carter Casey from the Waterloo Blackhawks. As an affiliate call-up, 24 for 26 in a shootout win over the Sioux City Musketeers and 3 for 3 in the shootout. And then on Saturday, a 19-save shutout for Casey against Omaha to finish the regular season for the Blackhawks. Those are the USHL Players of the Week for the final week of the regular season in the USHL. Now let's take a look back at the other games from the weekend and see how it all played out for the seeding to start off the playoffs. We'll start it off with the Eastern Conference. All 6 seeds in the Eastern Conference came down to the final weekend of the regular season. In the top, it was Youngstown and Dubuque winning both games on the weekend. The Phantoms swept the U17s to earn the top seed, and Dubuque swept Madison and Cedar Rapids to earn the 2nd seed. That meant Madison ended up in 3rd, and the Rough Riders, who had beaten Green Bay on Friday, ended up in 5th over the Gamblers. Muskegon rounding that out in the 4th seed. Over in the West, the top 4 seeds were locked in entering the weekend, but the number 5 and 6 spots were still up for grabs, with Fargo ending up locking in the 5 and Tri-City in the 6th spot. As we finish the recap from the final weekend of the regular season, we'll look to Sioux Falls, where the inaugural Goudreau Award was presented to forward Ethan Wittenbach. His family, as well as the Goudreau family, were in attendance for the ceremony as the USHL honored Wittenbach with the inaugural award. The Madison Capitals spent much of the season near the top of the Eastern Conference and finished with the 3 seed. That means hosting the Green Bay Gamblers in the opening round of the playoffs. Let's send it to Middleton, Wisconsin for a conversation with an impact player for the Capitals.
We're joined here by Capitals alternate captain forward Aiden Long. Longer, a big one today with the Green Bay Gamblers back in town after you play them on Saturday. Started a 3-game series here today. What are your outlooks on the series?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. You know, you play all year for these moments, and you know, we're really excited about the group we got, and just looking forward to getting it started tonight.
A good regular season for you, a 59-point season, and you and Brinker tied for 3rd all-time in Caps Tier 1 scoring over a career. What does that mean for you with 81 points?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, obviously, I can't do that without, you know, the rest of the guys on the team, and obviously, there's been some really good players that have come through this organization, so it definitely means a lot to hear that for sure.
Also, last week you were named as the finalist for the Capitals for the Goudreau Award. Obviously, the first year in its existence, but still pretty cool honor to have for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, it's a huge honor. You know, hearing about the people that the Goudreau brothers were, and to be able to be named as a finalist for an award named after them is awesome, and it means a lot. And once again, you know, obviously, I couldn't do it without the rest of the team, and we got a lot of great guys on this team that could have been nominated as well, so it definitely means a lot for sure.
Face off tonight at 7:05, facing off against the Gamblers, who you've seen 9 times. What's like the biggest key you think coming into this series?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, we've played them a lot, so we're pretty familiar with how they play and their systems and whatnot. So we'll try to use that to our advantage and just try to go out there and play like we did in the 3rd period on Saturday, because you know that's the way we like to play. So we'll be ready to go for sure.
Awesome, thanks a lot, Longer.
Awesome. Thank you.
We had so many great plays throughout the USHL season here to feature on our top plays of the week, and that did not change for the last week of the regular season. So here they are, the final regular season top plays of the week.
Down to Jardine. Below the goal line for Bannock. Skate to stick. Carries behind the cage. Lacrosse move. He scores! Adam Bannock can do bad all by himself. The lacrosse goal on Luke Carithers for the power play tally. For Bannock, his 17th goal of the season, and Youngstown leads 2-1. Time of the goal, 5:31.
Wing for Cornfort, drops to Niedermeyer, cutting to the front of the net, the shot off the post, bouncing free in the front, the Saints try to tip free, it's loose toward the top, Van Vliet shifts by, left wing, 30 seconds in overtime, feeds, high slot, Niedermeyer, backdoor, Cornfort, he scores! Gavin Cornfort wins it in overtime! 5-4 final score, 26 seconds left! Gavin Cornfort, his 27th of the year, and it's win number 40 for the Fighting Saints, and the Saints will play for a bye tomorrow night in Dubuque.
Oh my, you couldn't ask for any more if you're a Fighting Saints fan.
Lincoln line, speed, far circle, twirl back around up high. He's got it for a half wall. Pass up high, Bukowski, 8 to go. Bukowski right circle, shot in front, they score! Mason Jensen finishes it! Overtime winner of the start, come all the way back and win it 3-2.
To the top, Engel rolls it down low, wide of the net. Van Vliet picks up, bottom of the right circle, touch to the front, one-timer, they score! It's Josh Giuliani, a power play goal. The Saints take the 1-0 lead early in the second. Took just 29 seconds for the Saints, and they snap an override on the power play. It's Josh Giuliani to open the scoring tonight with his 22nd of the season.
Grossloss tries to chip it up out of the zone. The Buccaneers do get it up out of the zone. Here we come, 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Burchio with it. Leaves it back. Corey shot, score! Yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah! And Keaton Horry with his 4th goal of the season on a tic-tac-toe.
Need a win tonight to get a bye in the first round. Ruohonen charging in on the left wing, cutting to his backhand. He scores! He sneaks it in, and Heikki Ruohonen makes a power move to put the Saints up on the power play. It's a 3-2 lead, 5:04 left. Ruohonen stays hot for the Saints.
Shot, save, rebound loose in front, cleared back to the side. Now Vandenberg has it. Vandenberg circling with it at the blue line. Turns, fires, scores! We're going to have to wait and see if that one got redirected on the way in. Vandenberg took a shot from the blue line through traffic. There was a lot of congestion right in front of the goal.
Holding on, and on the center point, left wing feed, Musa down low, tip free, rebound, and the shot, they score. Bierman sprawled across, got a tip with the glove, but it still snuck by, and it's a power play goal for the Rough Riders.
Wall chips it ahead. Whitbach gets it in over the line. Right side of Arconi, tip, scores! Reed Arconi, what a play! A beautiful tip, and the Stampede come right back and regain the 3-goal lead. It's 5-2 Sioux Falls.
Yeah, baby!
Well, that's one way to respond.
To the Saints blue line, off to the right side, Kraft down low, feed in front, Bierman slides across, he got it with the blocker. What a save by Bierman.
So much talent and skill on display all regular season long with the top plays. And now it's time for the postseason. Let's take a look at the playoff picture as the Clark Cup playoffs begin this week. Starting in the Eastern Conference, both the Youngstown Phantoms and Dubuque Fighting Saints swept the weekend to end the regular season and earned the bye through the first round of the playoffs. The Phantoms will be the first seed and the Saints the second in the Eastern Conference race. The 3-6 matchup, Madison hosting Green Bay. The Capitals won 5 of the 9 games in the regular season series, including Saturday's regular season finale. Also in the Eastern Conference, the 4th seed, Muskegon Lumberjacks, and the 5th seed, the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, will square off in a best of 3, and the Lumberjacks won all 4 regular season meetings, with 3 of those 4 in 1-goal contest. The winner of the Madison-Green Bay series will take on the Fighting Saints, while the winner of the Lumberjacks and Rough Riders matchup will take on the Youngstown Phantom. Over in the Western Conference, the Anderson Cup champion Lincoln Stars are the top seed, and the Sioux Falls Stampede are the number 2 seed. They will both have byes through the first round. In the opening round, it's the 3 seed Waterloo Blackhawks hosting the 6 seed Tri-City Storm. Those 2 teams split 4 games through the regular season series. It's also the 4-5 matchup with Sioux City hosting Fargo, the Musketeers taking 7 of the 8 regular season contests in that season series. The winner of the Waterloo Tri-City series will get the Sioux Falls Stampede, and the winner of the Sioux City Fargo series will get the Lincoln Stars in the Western Conference semis. Before we get to the end of the show this week, we're going to look back at the Frozen Four and the most outstanding player of the tournament, Owen Michaels, a USHL alum who played for Lincoln and Dubuque, ended up helping Western Michigan to NCAA's hockey crown. Let's see our conversation with him prior to the Frozen Four.
Your path was wild. We were looking at it before. I'm not even going to name them all. I'm just going to kind of let you talk about the path.
Yeah.
But, from where you started your junior career, you bounced around from NTP and all back to Dubuque. What can you say helped you the most to get to this point?
Yeah, I think just, finding that belief in myself and, dealing with a little bit of adversity at a younger age. And, I think it was the best thing for me, to be honest with you, just kind of learn about myself, grow as a person and a player, obviously. But, I have nothing but good things to say about everywhere I've been. Great people, built some great relationships and, just continued to develop as a player, but more importantly as a person.
What was your favorite stop?
Man, I liked them all. They all had their own little things. Lincoln was a pretty sweet town. Bismarck was probably where I grew the most as a person and player, and Dubuque is kind of where I put it all together. So I think all of them, like I said, nothing but good things to say about all of them. But honestly, I can't pick one. They were all good to me.
Are the Nebraska tailgates as good as they say?
They are.
Lincoln guys love to do those.
They are, yeah. They are.
And can you talk about your jump from freshman year to sophomore year? It's been pretty significant, and how it's not only helped you gain confidence, but how it's helped this team get here as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think last year coming in as a freshman, a little bit of an older guy, but we had kind of an older group, so it was great to learn from some of those older guys, the seniors and the guys that moved on. Learned a lot from them, and then kind of went into the summer knowing that I was ready to take that next step, and coming to this year, guns a-blazing, and it's been great, so far. Obviously, we're not done yet, but like I said earlier, just building that confidence. I really think that's all it is finding that belief in yourself and continuing to grow that part of your game, and I think that's what I've done this year.
And if you can pinpoint one thing about your game that's maybe changed or grown the most since that first year in the USHL to where you are now, what area of the game would that be for you?
Yeah, I just go back to mindset, kind of with everything, whether it's confidence, belief, just having that attacking mindset. I think that's where I've probably grown the most, wanting to be in those big game situations, whether it's up a goal, down a goal, a minute left, taking a big face off in the D zone, whatever the case may be, just trusting the work that I put in and going from there.
Can you compare the excitement or nerves for this weekend to anything you experienced in the USHL?
No, to be honest with you, no, I can't. First time going through this for a lot of guys, and we're so excited, and this whole week's been awesome so far, and really looking forward to tomorrow and getting started.
What's been the coolest or most surreal part of being in the Frozen Four?
Probably just being in this room right here. sure. You know, looking around, seeing some of the pictures of the guys that have, you know, came through these exact rooms, and you know, it's pretty surreal.
And as far as guys interviewing skills go, where do you rank yourself? Because you've been pretty good. So
Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say I'm right up there. It's just the camera, so just be yourself, and you know, I put myself right up there for sure.
Are guys chirp each other about this kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, totally.
Zach was talking about singing and everything.
Yeah,
before.
they were doing that before, so we were giving them some crap for that, but that's funny.
You guys are all gonna have your own GIF on Twitter now.
Yeah.
X.
Yeah. X. Yeah. Everybody's got their own little thing.
Thanks, bro.
Of course.
That was Owen Michaels detailing how his USHL experience helped him to succeed at the next level. That is a big focus for the USHL, and a new partnership with the NHL helping with that. The Declaration of Excellence will ensure that resources keep flowing for USHL players to succeed at the USHL level and beyond at the next level. That will be a really important piece for the USHL moving forward. Now it's time for the Clark Cup playoffs. We'll see how it all shapes out this week and beyond before Clark Cup champion is crowned in May. Thanks so much for joining us on this week's U Show. Enjoy the playoffs